Some European leaders bruised by this election are on a mission to reform the EU, like François Hollande reeling from the victory of the National Front, and David Cameron trying to deal with UKIP less than a year to a national election.
We need change. We need an approach that recognises that Europe should concentrate on what matters, on growth and jobs, and not try to do so much. We need an approach that recognises that Brussels has got too big, too bossy, too interfering.
At the EU Parliament, UKIP's Nigel Farage went to a meeting to talk about who'll head the next EU Commission. Not a popular body with Eurosceptics.
We've just had a quite dramatic European election, with new sceptical parties, some new extreme nationalist parties, a massive spectrum from the left to the centre to the right. You know, there is a big dissident voice now in this parliament, and yet I've just sat in a meeting where you wouldn't have thought anything had happened at all, and it was business as usual.
Several of the EU leaders are determined that it should not be business as usual here. They're facing tough challenges at home, and they want the EU to do things like refocus on job creation and investment. Some of them even want to talk about national borders and immigration. More and more EU leaders want less Europe, not more. Sunday's election showed that the number of people unhappy with the EU in its current form is rising. The question is, can leaders fix the big problems at home while obeying the EU's rules and regulations? Can they create jobs and growth without jeopardising the euro? Can they limit migration, one of the central principles of the whole European project? No big decisions were taken at this meeting. It'll take many more before we know how the reforms will look. But some of these leaders don't have much time. Simon McGregor-Wood, Al Jazeera, Brussels.